Monika von Habsburg, Archduchesses of Austria, Princess Royal of Hungary, Duchess de Santangelo, the daughter of Otto von Habsburg and Princess Regina of Saxe-Meiningen. She is the twin sister of Michaela von Habsburg. Upbringing: born and largely raised during her father's exile from his native land, Austria, where she was not legally allowed to visit or live until 1969. To provide a home near the Austrian border to raise the family, her parents acquired a large villa in Pocking, Bavaria in 1954, from which the father commuted weekly to his work in Vienna and Innsbruck. As vice president of the Pan-European Union, once his banishment was lifted in 1967. During Monika's youth, her father usually spent his time traveling, lecturing, writing and attending political conferences abroad associated with his efforts to encourage Austria's alignment with and leadership in the Euro movement, with the exception of an annual family holiday during the month of August. Monika was in her late teens when the family acquired a residence in Austria. Her upbringing was less religious and more political in focus than her father's had been, and reflected his commitment to supranational but limited government and to respect for moral and historical continuity to the extent these could remain consistent with the evolution of Pan-Europeanism. Having been the object of worker syndicate support for his repatriation to Austria before 1938, dodged Hitler's and Goebbels' efforts to appeal to Austria's traditionalist elements through recruitment of him, accepted President Roosevelt's invitation to visit the United States in 1939, whither he returned after the Nazis conquered France. Staying until 1944, endured the expulsion from Austria by the Soviet Union after the war, and being kept in exile by partisan alliances until the mid-60s. Habsburg drew from his experience the conviction that the best hope for a thriving Europe and the fall of the Iron Curtain would be a non-nationalist approach, consistent with the historical arc of his own ancestors as Central European emperors for 600 years. To that end, he sought to modernize the legacy of the House of Habsburg while eschewing claims to any throne, use of titles and monarchical restoration. He sought rather to harmonize the former dynasty's incarnation of Austrian traditions with reality and with the multicultural, internationalist orientation he enthusiastically embraced for Europe's future as a current manifestation of the role he believed history customarily assigned to the Habsburg heir. He recognized the utility of the fame he enjoyed and welcomed the prospect of holding elected office in Austria, yet also believed in building a grassroots and youth-oriented rather than an intellectual groundswell for the pan-European movement. He delegated roles in this advocacy to his 5 daughters as they grew up, not just to his 2 sons, accepting that some were more inclined to take up his calling than others. Spain. Archduchess Monika married a Spanish grandee, Don Luis Maria Gonzaga de Casanova Cardenas y Baron, Duke de Santangelo, only son of Baltasar de Casanova Cardenas y de Ferrer and Maria de los Dolores Baron y Osorio de Moscoso, Duchess de Maqueda. On the 21st of June 1980 in Pocking, Germany, a farmer and business executive, he and Monika raised their children in the old Moorish castle of La Rapita in Valfagona de Balaga, in the Catalonian province of Lerida, Spain. 5th cousins, once removed through descent from daughters of Francis I of Bourbon, King of the 2 Sicilies. The couple have been active in the civic and charitable activities of the regional Spanish chivalric orders of the Real Cuerpo de la Nobleza, Catalunya and the Real Maestranza de Caballeria de Valencia. They have 4 sons: Baltasar Carlos de Casanova y Habsburgo Lorena, 23rd Marqués de Elche; Gabriel Maria de Casanova y Habsburgo Lorena; Rafael Maria de Casanova y Habsburgo Lorena; Santiago de Casanova y Habsburgo Lorena; Titles, styles and honors. Titles: the 13th of September 1954 to 21 June 1980, Her Imperial and Royal Highness Archduchess Monika of Austria. The 21st of June 1980 to 31 October 1989, Her Imperial and Royal Highness Archduchess Monika of Austria, Hereditary Duchess of Santangelo and of Michaela, Marchioness of She. The 31st of October 1989 to 20 March 2005, Her Imperial and Royal Highness Archduchess Monika of Austria, Duchess of Santangelo and of Michaela, Countess of Vallemoso, Countesses of Lodosa, Baroness of Linola. The 20th of March 2005 present, Her Imperial and Royal Highness Archduchess Monika of Austria, Duchess of Santangelo, Countess of Vallemoso, Countess of Lodosa. Honors: National Honors, House of Habsburg, Dame of the Order of the Starry Cross, First Class, Spain, Dame Head Cross of the Civil Order of Alfonso X, the Wise. Ancestors: